You guys, this is like a landmark in our family. Oh my gosh, this makes me so sentimental. Julie's becoming a very picky eater. Not cool. I think having kids has helped raise me because it makes me focus more on controlling myself and controlling them and controlling them and controlling them.
Ruby Franke. At first glance, Ruby Franke just looks like your ordinary family YouTuber and influencer. What was deemed to be nothing more than just a family YouTube channel was in fact much more sinister and dark on the inside. Today, we're going to explore the diary of Ruby Franke, a mum of 6 children, an influencer, and currently known as a child abuser. Ruby would log her abuse in a diary, a child abuse diary. After her arrest in December 2023, the entire contents and transcript of her diary was released to the public. Today, we'll explore the transcript and see the truth of who Ruby Franke really was. Trigger warning: details of child abuse. No children will be named on this video, despite them being named elsewhere. 60 pages detailing her behaviour towards her children. It's May 2023, the start of Ruby's journal. Over the next 6 months, Ruby would share her training program that she would use on at least 2 of the children, a 9-year-old and a 12-year-old, labeling them as spawns of Satan and describing the ways that she would attempt to remove the evil from her children. The children would often be fed rice and beans, deeming it as punishment for the demon inside her children. On one occasion in July, both of the children would be forced to work in hot temperatures outside, with Ruby using mop water as a means to cool the children down by simply tipping it over them. Not only were they forced to work in scorching temperatures, if they tried to leave the area, they'd be prodded with a cactus poker as a means to keep them outside. No water would be provided either, and if a child was caught drinking from the hosepipe, then this would also be deemed punishable. In one entry, Ruby described how she would bathe her child in dog water and dog soap and shave her head, and if the children were good, well, Ruby would believe that the demon inside her child was just being manipulative and deceiving. By that, she thought that the demon inside her children were just pretending to be good. Closer to her arrest, Ruby would hogtie one of the children up, handcuff them, and also tie a rope between her and the child. She would also tie one of the children to weights so that he couldn't escape from her. She would watch him shower, then put him in a closet while she showered, so that he couldn't run away. While the two children were considering running away themselves, Ruby and her husband were apparently looking for an isolated piece of land so that the torture could continue further. If this was to happen, the children's safety would surely have been in vain. The journal begins all of the devil-believing nonsense in May, which actually included a meeting with a former bishop who goes by the name of Steve Kaplan. Another man was also involved, going by the name Jeremy Jaggi, who, when researched, seems to be another member of the Church of Jesus Christ and could possibly have ties with Steve Kaplan. Both of these men were associated with the church. It becomes clear throughout the journal that Ruby would thrive off of her children embarrassing themselves. In one entry, she describes how child R would poop and pee themselves, despite being 12 years of age. The journal would conclude in August 2023. Child E would have their hair shaved in a sort of pixie cut because Ruby believed that the hair was too distracting for the child. Soon be cut even shorter as she was doused in dog wash. Child E and Child R were tortured by their mother so much that they began to feel numb towards what Ruby was doing to them. It would get to a point when Child R wouldn't even flinch when Ruby would prod them with a cactus poker. It's almost as if Ruby was trying to exorcise a non-existing demon in the two children. Most of the journal entries rely on Ruby talking about spiritualism, releasing the evil. It was an obsession. She was hugely convinced that the devil was inside her children, and any mistake that the children made was in fact the devil, and any kindness shown was just the devil being deceiving. It really is one of the most deluded journals I have ever read. And the scariest part is her and another lady made some kind of child advice channel as well. Now, she was finally caught when one of the children ran away to a neighbour's house and complained about being hungry and thirsty. The police were called and the children were of course fed and watered. Because it was such a desperate situation, police raided Ruby's home with no search warrant. Child R hadn't seen his sisters for a whole month. To top this all off, Ruby didn't work alone. Now, I don't believe that her husband, Kevin, was completely unaware of all of this stuff going on, as he claims. Another woman, Jodie Hildebrandt, and Ruby were both put in jail from 3 to 30 years. When police arrived at Ruby's house, a child was found in a room, bound, dehydrated, emaciated, and tied up with saran wrap and duct tape. Child R was found in the bathroom, where they were offered food but refused in case they were to be punished for taking it. They were also afraid of the paramedics, as Ruby's sidekick Jodie would tell the children constantly that the vaccine will kill them. They'd both end up pleading guilty to 4 counts of child abuse, again sentenced from 3 to 30 years. This isn't the first case ever of abusive parenting from YouTube, and it actually isn't the first case of abusive parenting on YouTube that we've covered on this channel before. That's all I've really got to say about this evil, deluded woman. Thank you guys ever so much for watching. Stay safe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.